All right, so today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty fascinating, really gets into the headspace of, well, the world of trading.
Yeah, trading, right. There's a whole psychology to it that most people don't think about.
Exactly. We've got these excerpts from, it's called Pasted Text. Kind of a weird title, but trust me, there's some serious gold in here.
Oh yeah, the stuff they're talking about, it applies whether you're a day trader or, just trying to figure out life in general. It's about handling the pressure.
Well, and the source just comes right out and says it, first line. Trading is not easy.
No, it's definitely not a walk in the park, that's for sure. I mean, where do you even start with what makes it so hard?
Well, the source goes on to list like a whole bunch of challenges. Losses, mistakes, failures, self-doubt, anger, impatience, even like straight up emotional pain.
And they're not exaggerating either.
Yeah.
That's the reality for a lot of people who get into trading.
So let's break those down, like starting with losses.
Mm.
I mean, any investment has risk, right? But how does someone who's actually good at trading, how do they deal with the fact that they're going to lose sometimes?
The thing is, you can't go into it thinking you'll never lose. That's setting yourself up for disaster.
Right. So it's more about how you handle it when it happens.
Exactly. It's all about managing risk. You got to have a plan, know how much you're willing to lose on any given trade, and stick to it. You can't let your emotions take over when things go south.
So it's almost like, being prepared for a storm. You can't stop the storm, but you can have the right gear.
That's a great analogy. You got your life vest, your raincoat. In trading, those are things like stop-loss orders, making sure you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. It's about weathering the storm, not pretending it won't come.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But the source also mentions mistakes, which I feel like everyone makes in life. But I guess in trading, they have bigger consequences.
Oh, absolutely. You make a wrong move in the market, it can hit your wallet hard.
Right, because there's real money on the line.
And it's not like you have time to sit back and mull it over. Trading can be so fast-paced. You've got all this data coming at you. You got to make decisions quickly.
Yeah, I'd get stressed out, for sure.
It's definitely a pressure cooker environment. That's why discipline is key. Having a plan you stick to, even when your gut is screaming at you to do something else.
So it's like almost as much about controlling yourself as it is about understanding the market.
100%. You got to be mentally tough, almost like an athlete. Speaking of which, the source talks about failures, too.
Yeah, that's something I think everyone can relate to. I mean, have you ever had something at work just totally flop? How did you bounce back from that?
Oh, man, don't get me started. There was this one project. We poured our hearts into it, and it just tanked. It really shook my confidence,
Oof, I feel that. So how'd you get past it?
It was tough, but I had to remind myself that everyone messes up sometimes. I talked to some mentors, got their advice, tried to figure out what went wrong so I wouldn't do it again.
So basically, learn from it and move on.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what traders have to do too. The market's going to humble you even if you're good at it. Some strategies will work, some won't. It's about picking yourself up, adjusting your approach, and keeping at it.
It's like that saying, fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
There you go. But all that falling and getting back up, it can lead to another challenge. Self-doubt. You start wondering, am I really cut out for this? It can really mess with your head.
Yeah, I could see how that'd be a problem in trading. You got to be confident to make those split-second decisions.
You need that confidence, but you got to build it the right way. It comes from having a solid plan, knowing you've done your research, and accepting that you're going to make mistakes sometimes. And it helps to have people you trust to talk to, other traders who get it.
A support system, kind of.
Exactly. Trading can be lonely, so it's important to connect with others who understand the ups and downs. But even with all the preparation in the world, sometimes things just go haywire. And that's when emotions like anger and impatience can really get you in trouble.
Oh, I bet. I mean, is your money on the line, right? I'd probably be a wreck.
It's tough, no doubt. You get this unexpected market swing or you make a bad trade and the anger just bubbles up. You want to get revenge on the market, make back your losses right away, but that's how you end up making even worse decisions.
So how do you deal with that? Just take a deep breath and walk away.
Sometimes that's exactly what you got to do. Recognize when your emotions are getting the better of you and take a break. Go for a walk, hit the gym, talk to someone who can calm you down.
Basically, anything to get your head back in the game.
Right, because impatience is another killer. You want those profits now, so you jump into trades without thinking them through, or you hold on to losing positions hoping they'll magically turn around. It's like gambling, not investing.
So what's the key takeaway here? If someone's listening who's thinking about getting into trading, what should they keep in mind?
Well, the source puts it well. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Trading takes work, it takes discipline, And it takes a willingness to learn and adapt.
And it takes mental toughness, right? Like being
Right.
able to handle the ups and downs without losing your cool.
Exactly. It's about mastering your emotions as much as mastering the market itself.
That's deep, man. So as we wrap this up, I got to ask you, knowing all these challenges, what qualities do you think someone needs to not just survive in trading, but actually thrive? And I guess, how can people start building those qualities, even if they're not into trading?
That's a great question to think about. Because those qualities, things like resilience, discipline, emotional awareness, those are valuable in any field, any part of life.
Absolutely. So to our listeners, take some time to reflect on that. What challenges are you facing, and what skills can you develop to overcome them? The answers might surprise you.
And who knows, you might just unlock a whole new level of potential within yourself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. And until next time, happy trading or, happy lifing.
Take care.